if you had to say who is your biggest influence in life, doesn't matter what kind of influence, mine's easy. Like no questions. Like I know exactly who my biggest influence in life is.
Who?
Well, I asked you first.
Well,
I can't say that because then you're just going to copy me.
Because it's going to be better than mine.
No, it's not. It's not going to be better or
biggest influence. You know, it takes you down. You know, because like you said, there's so many different types of influence. I could say marijuana. I could say an artist, but I'll probably say my mother.
See, I knew you were going to copy me.
No shit.
Yeah, of course.
Because we're gay.
Mama's
gay
voice.
Boys and their mamas.
Yeah, of course, without question, my mom.
Yeah, that's real. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you when you talk about your mother? That could be a whole bunch, but
the first thing that comes to mind when I think about my mother, that was a question?
Sure.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I started thinking before you finished speaking. I think work ethic.
Okay.
I think I have very much my mother's son when it comes to working. It is not like a 9-to-5 holding a job down, but just applying yourself when something needs to get done.
Yeah.
My mom is always very much on her feet. Go, 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 go. The last one to sit down when it's time to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keeping busy. And
up early in the morning. Yeah, just constantly a go.
Yeah.
And I definitely got that.
Taking each moment.
My grandmother was the same way.
Yeah. I was wondering if you're going to go from like a musical point, but no, it's kind of just like a life thing, which it all bleeds into itself.
Yeah. I mean, my parents were not musical people.
Yeah.
You mean in that sense, like creative wise, or just like
but
sonically
even if
they
they're not,
to?
they could, certain aspects or traits could carry over into like what shaped you as an artist for sure. But
I think there's truth to that.
Yeah.
Certainly.
But
she was big in the 70s music. I love 70s music.
My mother's like all ends. My mom was an artist and like a singer and a pianist and a painter and a gymnast and a model and like she did all these crazy things. But so I guess I've always been influenced by beauty. You make fun of my slutty, horny girl music.
Only because it's, you know, it's slutty, horny girl music.
It is.
But I'm like not making fun of it because I don't like it.
No, it's because it's silly, but it's just like, where does that come from? And it's not equating my mother to a slutty, horny girl.
No, you're connecting to it because you're a slutty, horny girl.
No,
that's why I'm making fun of it.
I think beauty in women and like power. There's so much power behind being a woman.
Yeah.
I think that's why gay people are so drawn to it, both musically and artistically, whether it's paintings or music.
I thought it was because we wanted to be.
I was always looked up to my mom, looking like wearing her heels and like my mom was a work. Sorry if she's ever hears this. She was a working girl. She's a working girl. Cheetahs, Las Vegas. That's where I was conceived.
Really? I think you may have told me that, but I don't know if isn't Cheetahs like Showgirls?
Yeah, it's in Showgirls. Oh yeah. But
that's something we should watch.
I love it's one of my
I haven't
favorites.
seen it
in it's so good.
Years.
It's so good. So good. And I feel like I see a lot more of it online now.
But it's
too.
bad, right?
Yeah,
it's like campy
in
bad.
the best possible way.
I remember
love
it being terrible acting.
That's good though. There's something about it that I like more though. It's more intriguing. Not everything has to be so fucking serious.
Fair, but you also acting, camping, who's that girl? Not the same as Showgirls, but bad acting, campy.
Yeah.
You were like, about that one.
I mean, I was also like intoxicated watching that one, so it's hard to keep me on it. And I don't have the nostalgia behind it that you carry with it. So it's different. Showgirls I do. Showgirls I connect to in that kind of a way.
If you watch it now, when you get to my age, you will be nostalgic for it.
In a long, long time.
Only about 20 years. Settle down. Actually, 21 years. That's our difference.
The exact number.
Well, I'm 47. You're 26.
Yeah. Come on, math.
You seem a lot. It's funny because you seem older than you are, and I act younger than I am.
That's probably us.
Yeah. Would you say, is there truth behind? Because when I think about influences, figure-wise people who have influenced me, I would say females far outnumber the males of who I'm influenced by.
100%. 100%.
What men are you influenced by in your life? Whether you know them or you don't know them.
Like not even just music, just men. Period. Yeah.
Across the board.
Because music is something like music-wise, like John Denver's one you and I have always kind of related on since we started hanging out.
I love John Denver.
But
see, I never took you for a John Denver fan. I thought you just listened to him because you were like tolerating him.
No. I love it. I love it. Grew up with it. Like Simon and Garfunkel, another like a duo, but the kind of music. I mean, I've always went into music because I wanted to be a classical singer growing up. So I loved a lot of the male opera singers, or I liked a lot of the jazz singers. But as far as like men in my life go, be my grandfather, separate from my mom, different side, actually step grandfather, but raised me with my grandmother. And he was just, again, one of those like magnificent people that just was a painter as well, and a writer and a poet. And he did skydiving, he did hang gliding, he did free climbing. He was incredible. He just lived such a full life. And so...
Is he around still?
No. He passed when I was in high school.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. He passed of ALS. That was like one really impactful moment. Is this guy that was so like able-bodied and so able to do anything and has done everything and so self-sufficient and independent and talented, losing all ability to move your body, you know, seeing the strongest guy I ever knew. And that hit me pretty hard after high school. It was like, you know, now more than ever, like something you have to use, not to like bring it down, make it sad, but it's like, it is like, use it while you have it. Like live life. Like you look at these journals or notebooks that he left behind, and they're just like, one page would be like this beautiful sunset or a beautiful thing that he drew that he somewhere out in the country, somewhere out in the world that he saw. And another one would be this beautiful naked woman. You know who she is or what, but it was just like what that moment was. You know, it's just, I didn't even hear what you said.
It's like Jack.
I was like, what do you mean like Jack?
Titanic.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like Jack. I was like, is that a gay slang word? I don't understand. I don't know.
That's cunt.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, just these cool things and these little vignettes from his live. That's like the one end.
Do you have these?
I have some. Yeah, I have some of them. And so, say that's, you know, it's its own topic. It's influence. What is it? It makes sense. There's influence with that. And then the other influence is my mother. It's hard. My mother's still around. So speaking about it might be controversial, but you know what? It comes from like love and respect too.
Yeah.
What are parents for if not to learn from not only their successes, but their failures and their shortcomings? I
think about all the time that the day that my kids start a podcast and talk about all my failures for the world to listen to. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Yay, Mom.
Yeah.
She'll love this.
Yeah. But you know what? That's how so you know you made it and you became a well-rounded individual. And I survived.
From a parent, that's all I can, you know, hope for my kids.
Yeah.
Thrive and survive.
Yeah. And being a positive influence for sure. Like that's such a cool thing that I can't relate to or understand in that way, but like to pass on your well of knowledge and your influences and what inspires you, and like talking to your daughter, I was like shocked when she's talking about Madonna or talking about some of these artists that she listens to that she likes. And I'm like, what? Like at your age, like you're listening to this stuff, but it's so cool.
No, she's a cool chick.
That's cool that legacy can live on, you know, somebody you can pass this down to somebody, and your influence, somebody who influenced you, is passed down to somebody else. It's going to be passed down to someone else. Like it never ends. Yeah. That's the most beautiful thing about it. I mean, and we talked a little bit about fast food media and all that last time, and how there's like no longevity in some of these artists and some of these moments, right? So like living in a world
I still don't buy it. I still think that Chappell Roan is like a legendary catalog artist, can be around forever.
So moving on from that, I think there's something to be said, just about longevity. Influences that live on musically. I do wonder, like we talked about John Denver, we talked about this, but like early on you said Madonna was somebody that influenced you. What is it about these people that you see now as an adult, live some life, having your own kids? Like what is it that you see now that you relate to in those artists at that point, right? Because you're a kid, you're listening to this adult artist. Any like full circle moments for you? If that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense at all. I was deep in thought about something, but
what were you deep in thought about? That's even better.
I think I just had a I use Ubi a lot because I love an Ubi.
An Ubi.
An Ubi.
Ubi.
An Ubi.
What's an ubi?
You don't know what an ubi is?
No, you say it a lot. I've never thought to ask you.
Out of body experience, an ubi. Something you just said, I don't know what it was, but I stopped at one point and when you were talking about your grandfather and the influence, right? That he was for you. And you clarified step grandfather. Mm-hmm. Anytime I hear the word step, I think of my dad. Because when I talk about my dad, he is my stepdad. But I don't refer to him as my stepdad. He's my dad.
Yeah.
And he was my dad since I was 2, 3 years old. I knew my biological father, but my dad is my dad. And there was just went through my head, like, in that time that you were talking that, my kids are, I adopted, we've adopted kids, and how my dad is my dad and he's my stepdad. So though he didn't adopt me, he's still a major influence in my life. And I wonder how much of having that kind of representation from a man who was my father figure growing up made me, without me realizing it, being okay with starting a family by adoption. Because there's a lot of gays out there that will not adopt. And not to bash them, but there's a lot of gays that will be like, no, surrogacy, like they have to pass on, there's that need to pass on your gene.
Yeah.
So I just, like, that's what I was thinking about when you were saying what you were just saying. Like, I wonder how much of that influence of my dad actually being my stepdad was played a part in me deciding, like, this is how I want to start my family. Because as a gay dude who just can't have kids with his, significant other, you do have to put thought into it. It takes preparation. It takes, planning.
Yeah.
It's not like you just go in the bedroom and pop, 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 guess what? We're having a kid.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Luckily.
I know you've tried.
Many times.
Doesn't happen like that.
No.
Anyways, that's what I was thinking in that moment. I'm sure my dad will be so proud when he hears this conversation.
You say, like, oh, you're not passing on these gays that want to pass on their DNA, but what is DNA when it comes to, just like I said, your art, your culture, your beliefs, your morals, your passions, your dreams, like all these things that are so beautiful. My mom is my mother. Yeah. She gave me these aspects of herself. My grandfather, completely different bloodline, but like he gave me so much, like almost everything I do, I think about my grandpa.
Yeah.
All the time and everything I do.
It's like blood at the end of the day is not the same as family.
No, it's a chosen family type of situation, which is something that gays know everything about. Not all of us are so fortunate to have family that take you in and accept you. Oh, yeah. I may have had a crazy fucking upbringing, but at the end of the day, like, at least being gay was not really an issue there for anyone in my family. But I have a scattered family, and there's plenty of people like you. You're a friend of mine for about a year now, and even then I feel closer with you, like a chosen family, than I do with some of the people that are my family that I grew up with. It just really is like who you choose to be around and who you choose to have in your life, and more so like who wants to be there for you and who wants to be in your life. Yeah. Because you're born into something doesn't mean that they're automatically like going to want to be there for you. It's not reciprocated always. Life is so short and it's so valuable, and every moment we have.
Nobody really knows if it's short.
It is short in the grand scheme of things.
But nobody knows that.
I think we know.
Nobody knows that. Who knows what happens when we die? Do we actually die?
Okay, well, that's like
or do we go on?
Like Celine Dion.
On and on and on.
And on. We don't know, but we got to live as if we're not.
Can we reference Celine Dion in every podcast?
I mean, we have to now.
Okay. Let's talk about love. What was your question about, like, John? You had mentioned John Denver. And you mentioned somebody else. You were asking me a question about John Denver.
Somebody else? Simon and Garfunkel?
Maybe it was Madonna? I don't know. Maybe it was Sheryl Crow.
No.
All right.
You might have mentioned Sheryl Crow.
I mean, talk about influence. Of all my influences musically, Madonna was a huge influence. She represented not only like just fun music when I was a kid, her level of sexuality spoke to something in me that, even at the age of like 7 and 8, I couldn't identify.
Yeah.
And I think that I saw things visually in her videos that, spoke to me and made me feel comfortable. I think even like her open your heart video when she's dancing with the kid in the strip club or where she's dancing, there was an element of seeing that kid dance with her that made me feel like I am somebody that she recognizes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even like taking a little further to Truth or Dare with her embrace of the gay community and the dancers and all the drama that unfolded on tour and how she remained like this motherly figure to everybody during that time. Granted, the cameras were on and she was filming a documentary and she's a super shrewd businesswoman and she knows what she's doing. She's creating this documentary. Like all that aside, she wouldn't have wanted to create that if it wasn't something that she wanted to say and show support for. And I think that's something that really drew me into her and something that really influenced me as a young adult. I think as I got older, my tastes and influences changed. I think like in the early 90s, with like Alanis Morissette and alternative music, you had like grunge bands and Nirvana and, the scene changed. And though I always loved Madonna, I think that as I became more musically inclined and wanted to create music, I gravitated towards the guitar. And one of my first influences that I remember was Sheryl Crow.
Yeah. You play her a lot.
I named my kid after her. Yeah. I mean, that's where I was going, is that like the biggest influence of all, I think John Denver, Madonna, I can name names forever, but I think that Sheryl Crow was probably, and proudly even today, knowing that who she is as a person and what she stands for and just being an insanely talented songwriter and musician, I think she might be my ultimate. Should your pinky be out? We only drink, yes. We only drink in this
rocking
podcast
my foot
studio. We have a rule.
Yeah. What's the rule?
No shoes and socks if you're going to put your foot up, remember?
No.
We have fucking views to get.
You're right.
Barefoot this shit.
Now I'm keeping my feet down then.
Oh.
What do you want to assume about me?
I wasn't going to assume. Not that you plan on having children. Okay. Yeah. If you were to have children, what would you name your son and what would you name your daughter? But it has to be based on influences.
That's a lot to be thrown at me.
No, it's not at all. It's easy. I mean, I already know the answer. Well, let me think about this. I know one of the answers for sure.
You think I'm going to have a daughter and you think I'm going to name her Lana because of Lana Del Rey.
I don't think. I know. And you're going to name your son Slater. Which is kind of a badass name for a dude.
You're wrong.
Am I?
You're wrong because Lana is my biggest, probably I would say Lana is my biggest influence musically, which is like a lot of gay people would be like, wow, that's so basic, that's so common. No, but when you've been there from the beginning, when she was Elizabeth Grant, which is my mother's name, Elizabeth, and I've met and only Elizabeths in my life. Is that the same as
Lizzie McGuire?
Lizzie McGuire. They're not the same. I love Lizzie McGuire, but
who's Lizzie McGuire?
Lizzie McGuire. What makes you think about Lizzie McGuire about Lana?
Because I thought her name was Lizzie.
Well, she went by like, well, yeah, she'd do like AKA Lizzie or like Lizzie Grant, but her name is Elizabeth.
Lizzie Grant. That's
yeah, Lizzie Grant. But Elizabeth Grant is her name.
Who's Lizzie McGuire?
A character from the movies.
Is it Miley Cyrus?
No.
Do you know Lissy?
Lissy?
Lissy, the artist Lissy?
No.
She's good.
No.
She's a rock. Like,
incredible
voice.
You have to show me. We're getting off in the weeds.
No weeds.
No weeds. Well,
no weeds.
Not that kind of weed.
No.
Elizabeth. If I had a child, I'd name them a girl. Probably Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth is a really nice name.
Elizabeth,
but probably Lizzie. Maybe Lizzie.
Lana is way cooler.
Lana's beautiful, but I feel like it's too on the nose.
Speaking of Lana and noses. Sorry.
Noses.
I was just talking about her nose job. I wasn't referring to your nose.
I don't think she ever had a nose job. She had her lips done. Her nose from the beginning, it's the same. That's definitely got to be the same nose.
Okay.
Don't look at me that way. God.
She definitely had a nose job. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so.
Everybody's had a nose job.
Oh, if I could afford one.
Besides me and you.
Nah, but it's good. Well, it's different on men. There's a different standard there with noses. This is a whole other conversation, how we even get here. But that's a different standard with men. I feel like men with a big nose, it's like a masculine thing. I get why women
you can
are
have
so
an influence on whose nose. Like, look at Janet Jackson. She was influenced by her brother. She had a brother's nose.
Well, that's a musical influence as well. Janet Jackson's fucking, I love Janet Jackson. You getting?
Why do all the Jacksons get the same nose job?
I don't know.
LaToya, Michael, Janet. I don't know the other ones, but I'm sure they have.
That's a question.
You have to answer
I
it.
wouldn't know. I've got a schnoz on me. Okay, I got a fucking schnoz. So, and I'm not gonna get rid of that. I'm too cheap. If I were to get the money for a nose job, it's not gonna go towards a nose job. We talk about influences. Now we're on nose jobs. I mean, how many artists do we watch or listen to now that look so? I don't think it looks perfect, but if you're gonna talk about symmetry, like symmetrically perfect, plumped, whatever. But like, there's like the reason I liked actors back in the day, movie stars, singers, celebrities, is because they were unique. You had some people with some whack ass teeth, big noses, weird cross eyes. Like, it didn't matter. They were humans, and they were popular because of who they were in their art. Whether they're a good actor, they're a good singer. Like, that's what made them them.
I know exactly what. Now we have like Sydney Sweeney's, who is beautiful, but flawless, symmetrical, everything that you're talking about. It looks like she's airbrushed no matter what. There's no flaws.
But there's beauty in the imperfections. There's beauty in just the art, the art form as a whole.
Who is the actress? She reminds me of Shelley Duvall. I feel like she was on White Lotus. SNL mocked her because of her teeth. Do you have your phone?
I have my phone.
Google SNL chompers actress.
SNL
big
chompers
teeth.
actress.
I don't know what her name is, but she's awesome. And I think she's beautiful. But I think what you're saying is, are you going images?
Oh. Amy Lou?
Her.
Yeah.
She's real.
Yeah.
She seems cool. She's beautiful. She's unique.
Yeah.
But we rarely ever see that.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. People that are just not,
And what is her name?
Amy Lou.
And do you know her from anything other than White Lotus? Because that's the only thing I know her from.
I don't. But she does have a unique look to her for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's just, and I think we'll get back there.
You think?
I do think we'll get back there.
I don't
because
think
people talk about Hollywood will have no. Hollywood's gonna fucking crash and burn with the shit that they're making now. How many people are talking so much shit about the lack of heart and the lack of creativity and everything? You cannot just put Chris Pratt and fucking this and Sydney Sweeney, are these beautifully looking people in every single movie.
How many people talk shit about fucking Red 40 and complain about like these synthetic dyes being in their food, and then the food companies taking the synthetic dyes out of the foods, and then the actual people who are buying the product raising a fit and being like, what the fuck did you do to our cereal? It's not as vibrant. My kids won't eat it, because the consumer and the people actually bitching about it are two different people.
Yeah.
Two different demographics of people.
That is a conversation I could not have. It's like, because I don't know. I don't know. And this all came from influence. So again, influence. Come on.
Is that a skylight?
Yeah, I think so. I was noticing that earlier.
Interesting.
You can tell we're off in the clouds today.
It's better than the weeds.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton.
Oh, I love Tony Braxton. When we talk about influences, that's somebody like my mom played a lot for me.
Really?
Yeah, she loved Tony Braxton, especially like Making Me High when it comes to like sex, being gay,
incredible
sexuality, like being a kid, seeing my mom get all dolled up, looking gorgeous, going out on dates with these hot guys that my mom would date, and listening to music like that. Like, my mom didn't care about like what kind of music I'd listen to, because she had all that kind of shit on, but it was kind of an interesting thing. So you talk about influence, that's like a big one for me. It's
Tony
like,
Braxton.
Yeah, and just hearing that kind of sexual R&B, sexy music of owning it, being touched, thinking about somebody touching your private parts. My mom was all about it she didn't fucking care if I was around,
Cool.
smoking her cigarettes, drinking her
Close.
drinks, just like, you know.
Yeah.
But I looked at my mom. See, my mom was so influenced by these beautiful women, and I would watch my mom living that herself, whether before she
Wait,
was a
can I
dancer.
ask how
Yeah.
old your mom is?
60.
You can get roundabout.
Sorry, Mom. 65.
It's interesting because my parents were so out of touch with pop culture and
Yeah.
music at that point that you had that in your life early on. The only way I had that was through my sisters who were older than me. Otherwise, I would not have known shit about what was cool, what was on the radio, what MTV was playing. I wouldn't know any of that if it wasn't for my sisters. You got it from your mom.
I got it from my mom. I got some from my brothers. You know, music that they would listen to.
What
But
would they listen to?
they were, weirdly enough, my brother Mikey, who's a military guy, he was into Lana Del Rey, which I don't think he would be into now at all. But when he was heavy into Lana Del Rey when I was in high school, and I already knew Lana by then, but like just seeing how seeing how that affected him and how that impacted him as a straight dude, very straight, very masculine, was kind of interesting to me because he was seeing her from a completely different perspective than I was seeing her from. And I loved how men looked at Lana Del Rey for the beauty, the glamour, there's depth to her. But I looked at her as like, she's flawed in so many ways, in some beautiful ways. And all of her albums are like I could go on forever, but they're just like a,
Well,
they
you
paint
saw
a
her
picture of her
art.
story. It's
you
a story.
understood what it was
She's
rooted
a
in.
storyteller, and she
Yeah.
grew up with a weird, tumultuous life. People are like, oh, she like chaperone, like lied about being, poor growing up. But she never lied about being poor. She just didn't have a great upbringing. She had issues. She had issues with her mom. She had issues with her family growing up. She grew up with money, and I don't know. I'm not claiming to know her because I don't know her. But what I do know is that she sings about life in such a unique and refreshing way that no other artist in she's not my generation, but no other artists of that generation or people they're listening to now, like, dude, it's poetic, it's
She's
artistic.
not an artist
it's
of your
beautiful.
generation?
Well, she's 40.
Why has it got to be about age?
Because she's different generation. Doesn't mean that she's.
But is she an artist of your not your generation because of when she became, or when she was born, or when she became popular or well known?
I think there's both. You're right. Yeah, there's both. But when she was popular, especially like now, like stuff she didn't think she'd be popular. I don't think with like Lizzie Grant and like that, and that's the stuff I really.
But she became popular in the
like 2010, 2012, or like 2012.
Oh, was it then?
But
which you were what
12, 13,
11, 12? Okay,
yeah, 12, 13, and but her music that really
so in
inspires
a way,
me is that
is
really
it not
stuff.
your generation?
Yeah, and it is. She just thinks about stuff in such a beautiful and unique way, a way to experience life. And I see a lot of beauty in that, right? My mom was a working girl. She was a stripper. She was a dancer, talented. Never could quite get it. Could never figure it out. Always
hard to figure
fell
out.
down though. Always had something holding her back. Whether it was men, whether it was alcohol, whether it was something,
Let me ask you: does your mom today continue to get back up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. More than anyone I know though.
Warrior.
Yeah. She's
That's what it's
relentless.
about.
She's relentless. She's
But
always,
that's a fucking warrior.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank, how successful you are. It matters if you get back up.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. We're going in so many different directions right now.
To mom.
What
are your sluttiest influences? What makes you say, I want to go back to West Hollywood and grind on that 21-year-old?
Grind on that 21-year-old.
I mean, obviously Slater. Which
Slater.
would you describe Slater's music as sexy?
Oh fuck yeah! Especially some yeah. Slater's sexy. Goldfrapp there is sex, but it's different. It's a different sex.
No,
but
Goldfrapp is very sexy.
But it's that slower, sexy. Cobra. You don't know Cobra. I fucking love Cobra.
He's like, you're in your 40s. You don't know Cobra.
Yeah, because I played it for you, and you're like, who's this girl that sounds like all these other girls with her whiny voice? And I'm like, no, but she was the mother of these girls, that other girls I show you.
No, the mother is Madonna.
Yeah, well, of course, but
Well,
like,
then that's the mother.
No, but like, but these women have taken stuff like that. But they're
Where
not
does
making anything like
Goldilocks
Madonna.
fall in the middle of all this?
Goldilocks. I think that's she's got like a bit of there's electronic, right? People came from like Madonna and then they have kind of dripped down into this different electronic field. Not that Madonna hasn't done electronic, she's done plenty, but electronic, I guess I would call it like ESM, like electronic sex music.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of its own thing. Like you've like Brooke Candy. I don't know if you know who Brooke Candy is. She kind of does stuff like that.
Queen?
No.
I know the name, but probably
she's a
because you've talked
girly.
about
She had like a song that was popular recently with Erica Jane and that like Anora movie.
How many fucks do I give?
I
know Erica Jane.
I like
Isn't
her.
she a housewife?
And you would too.
Didn't we dance at a housewife's place? I think we did. Yes, we did. I didn't realize it till after we went to WeHo. But when we were in WeHo,
oh, the pump place. I was like, we went to someone's house. I was like, how drunk was I? We went to some housewives.
It seemed like somebody's house where the trees were growing through.
It was the
roof.
Lisa Vanderpump's place.
So, yeah, that's it.
See, if you want an audience, you can't talk shit about housewives. The gays, they love that. Fucking BBLs and fucking Kim Kardashian.
Oof.